Today's topic is encephalitis and encephalopathies. What is encephalitis? Encephalitis refers to acute and usually diffuse inflammation leading to the dysfunction of the brain. In most patients, both brain and meninges are involved, resulting in the meningoencephalitis, mostly caused by the viruses and sometimes by other microorganisms. Encephalopathies closely mimic the encephalitis, but it is due to the non-infectious cause like the toxin, poisons, endocrinal cause or autoimmune causes of disorders. Difference between the encephalitis and encephalopathy. When the patient presented with the headaches, seizures, main cause the patient may be the encephalitis. Seizures mainly in focal in case of encephalitis, and encephalopathy generalized seizures present. Focal signs usually present in the encephalitis and the fluctuation of the signs present in the encephalitis, but steady signs are seen in the encephalopathy. Liver dysfunction more common in the encephalitis because it is the viral disease. Leukocytosis more common. CSF pleocytosis is more common in the encephalitis. EEG defeat for focal lesions are seen in case of the encephalitis, but in case of encephalopathy, defeat slowing lesions are seen. MRI usually abnormal in encephalitis and usually normal in the encephalopathies. Clinical feature of encephalitis. The child present with the high grade fever, vomiting, mental confusion, irritability, apathy, loss of consciousness. Seizures usually associated in encephalitis which are focal in origin. Increased intracranial pressure present in some cases and results to hyperventilation. Cardiopulmonary insufficiency is there. Decerebration posture is there. Various palsies present in hemiplegia, ocular palsy, cerebellar syndromes and speech disorders may develop in case of encephalitis. Lateralization to one side occur frequently in the herpes simplex virus infection, and extrapyramidal syndromes are more common in case of the Japanese encephalitis. When we take the history, we found which viral attack is most common. It mostly seasonal variation is there in case of viral encephalitis. Post monsoon Japanese encephalitis is more common, and in the spring season mumps more common. When the patient given the history of travelling, airborne exotic virus infections are the main cause of encephalitis. Recent events like infectious mononucleosis, para-infectious diseases like the infection, any vaccination, enterovirus infection, there is a history of familial disease in the familial history of family also present with the disease. Arbovirus community also present with the same type of disease. Some patient with dog or wild animal bite having the rabies encephalopathy, blood transfusion, sexual contact and the maternal or AIDS also causes the encephalitis. Immunocompromised patient also having the chances of infection with the cytomegalovirus and the varicella disease. Clinical features. It may present with the inappropriate abortive, mild illness or may extend to the aseptic meningitis syndrome. Severe encephalomyelitis with or without the radiculitis may be present. Onset is usually sudden and sometimes gradual. Investigation. What the investigation we can do if we suspect the encephalitis? Pleocytosis. In CSF we found more than 5 cells per cubic millimeter in 95% of cases. Absent in early cases of disease, but in immunocompromised host, the encephalitis patient also have the less chances of CSF pleocytosis. In more than 10% cases, 500 cells, more than 500 cells may be present, and high cells count like the more than 1000 cells may present in the arbovirus and the mumps infection. Atypical lymphocytes is common in the EBV virus infection, and neutrophil predominance mainly in the bacterial infection or the leptospirosis. In herpes simplex infection, mononuclear pleocytosis seen in the CSF, RBC count more than 500 in 20% of cases, mild elevation of the proteins and mild reduction of sugars is seen in the CSF analysis. PCR reaction we done has sensitivity of 98% and specificity of 100% seen, and conventional PCR time taken 12 to 24 hours, and microdip PCR if we done it take around the 110 seconds per sample. Virological and serological marker studies also done in case of the encephalitis according to the disease. Investigation EEG, if we done the EEG, it show variable results, focal or diffuse slow wave seen in most of the case of viral encephalitis, and focal epileptiform discharge for seizures also seen, and some case plates findings are seen in the EEG findings. MRI, most sensitive test than the CT scan, it detect changes within 48 hours of onset. Necrotic changes seen in the medial and inferior temporal lobes extending up to the insula and the cingulate gyrus. In Japanese encephalitis cases, altered single intensity in thalamic, pons and basal ganglia region is seen. Brain biopsy rarely done in case of the encephalitis or encephalopathy. What is the differential diagnosis from the encephalitis? Brain abscess may be present, cerebral malaria, tuberculosis, enteric encephalopathy. Patient may have history of acute intermittent porphyria, subdural empyema, hemorrhagic stroke. It may due to the neoplasm of the CNS. Para or post-infectious encephalomyelitis is there. Atypical bacterial, fungal or parasitic infection may also present with the same type of illness. Toxic metabolic encephalopathy, septicemia, some collagen vascular disease and endocarditis may cause the similar symptoms in patient. What is the treatment when the patient came in the ICU? Patient for this disease treated in the ICU care, maintain the airway, maintain breathing and maintain the circulation. Appropriate IV fluids is given and try to avoid the overload of the fluids. Seizures should be controlled by phenobarbital, diazepam or midazolam infusion. Cerebral edema, if patient present with the cerebral edema, mannitol we start state dose and then after that maintenance dose. Glycerol orally may given, diuretics, steroids and elective hyperventilation we start to treat the cerebral edema. Specific treatment should be initiated immediately. At present only hepatic, if the patient present with the herpes simplex infection, then only the antiviral drug is valuable. This is the acyclovir drug. We use 10 mg per kg IV infusion in first hour, in 1 hour, 8 hourly for 2 to 3 weeks. It causes the toxicity, so repeat checkup for RFT and thrombocytopenia is needed. Sometimes it causes the GI disturbances and the neurotoxicity. In acyclovir resistance cases, foscarnet is the only drug of choice for herpes simplex infection. Prognosis: in case of untreated herpes simplex viral encephalitis, mortality rate is more than 70%. On treatment, mortality rate is 30 to 40%. Complete recovery occur in more than 38.5% cases and which receive the early acyclovir treatment. Thank you.